Hello, hello, and welcome to Minotaur Hotel. So I will be starting the Ruthless route, and I think I'm going to reset the numbers and put this into a new playlist, so you know. But I will be skipping all previous dialogue. So, you know, maybe you should watch the regular playthrough first. I don't know. Maybe that'll be better. Right? Yeah, we're just speed through a lot of this beginning. We'll just go with just Josh, right? Just Josh. Yeah. Yeah, we'll accept it. Whatever. Ugh. Yeah, we'll check the safe. Investigate desk. That has the ledger. Yes, yes, yes. Oh. Yeah, we'll examine the corpse. Oh, right. Yeah, we have to click all of these, don't we? Yeah. We'll just... What's your name? Yeah, well, I guess we'll just accept Asterion. Whatever. Allow Asterion to leave the room. Yeah, we'll do that. Let him figure it out. Oh, okay. The Minotaur eventually finds a solution, even if it's an inelegant one. He can't pull it. He can't pull out the cork. That's what that says. Not actually, but you know how I'm reading. Poorly. So he pushes it in until it crumbles to dust into the bottle. His hands shake as he tries to pour a few drops of the wine into the palm of his hand. He places the bottle on the nightstand. The Minotaur dabs his finger into the wine, leaving a single drop nearly falling from it, and touches one of his wounds. He repeats the process again and again. A few drops fall to the bed. His face frowns bitterly. When his handful of wine is nearly gone, he rubs his still wet hand on his exposed skull. It's only been a few minutes, but you can already notice some of his wounds healing. The Minotaur notices you watching. His lips, or what remains of them, curl into a proudful smile. A proudful smile, not pound. Proud half smile. Okay. Yeah, because that's all. Do nothing. You stand still, watching as the Minotaur struggles to wash his back wounds with a wet finger. Quite a few drops of the wine are wasted. He looks back down at your feet, ears drooping down in defeat. You extend a hand, and he gives the wine back to you. You dab a piece of old gauze with the wine and get back to work. The Minotaur's wounds have a black tinge to them. A black oil seems to have accumulated on them, oozing down his back in clearly defined rivers. He flinches when the fabric touches his damaged skin, but pushes back against you at the same time. His wounds close quickly in an almost unsettling speed. 5 minutes later, you're out of wine, but it was enough to rid Asterion of his most egregious bed sores. Are these okay? Master, ought to not worry about me. As I said before, I cannot die. My current state is transitory. It shall pass before you know it. Should Master not have a task for me, I shall rest briefly, and then wash myself as I may look presentable. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, Asterion has in his hands 2 apples. He extends one to you, his gaze cast downwards in a bow. He only takes a bite of his after you've tasted yours. The Master eats fast, always. As soon as the first apple is gone down, shows up in his hands, the process repeats itself time and again. progressively quicker, and until Asterion is like a wolf tearing at a carcass. Perhaps this would be a good moment to let the Minotaur have some privacy. Give him privacy. The Minotaur bows to you with a grace befitting a prince, and not a skeleton covered in pulp. He remains like that until you leave the infirmary. The Minotaur... Yeah, this is new. The Minotaur remains bowed for a full minute. He won't budge until you direct him to. You give him a nod to proceed. How are you feeling? How did you make the food appear? Right, we just have to do all of these, right? Cool. Yeah, well, oh, okay. You tell Asterion about your favorite drink. He listens intently. As you speak, the hotel blinks around you. A second after finishing your description, your drink sits in front of you. I hope it is to your two masters' liking. It isn't bad, but neither is it good. It tastes just a bit off. Asterion notices the disappointment in your face, and his ears droop. I suppose the hotel is still rusty. It might take a while before it is as capable as it used to be. Or perhaps I am the problem. I must say, I am terribly sorry. He mumbles something you can't quite understand. His remaining eye twitches. Perhaps this would be an adequate moment to introduce Master to his quarters. Surely you must be tired. It darkens already. Okay. Lots of things. You take a moment to examine your surroundings. There is a number of paintings laying off to the side of the room, and a bookshelf with what appears to be a collection of notebooks. Most of the paintings are covered in linen sheets. You recognize this collection has works dating centuries back. You take a look of the notebook on the shelf. The first one you pick stuns you right off the bat. It is filled with drawings greatly reminiscent of Picasso style. It has dozens of Minotaur drawings. It's unmistakable. This is Picasso's drafting book, quite possibly one he used in preparation for the Vollard suite. This is an amazing find. You can only wonder what other treasures are stashed here. But right now, you have another priority. There will be plenty of time to explore this collection. You put the notebook back and proceed. His ears flick in response to your footsteps. His head twitches to the side, barely catching sight of you. Asterion holds his breath, but his back... convulses still. Once, twice, 3 times. He closes his hands into claws and digs them into his chest, holding himself together. There's a final convulsion as he curls himself forward, a mouth locked in a silent scream. You can't hear it, but anyone could feel it, shaking you to the bone, his throat made coarse with the blood-curdling vibration of a prisoner's pain. It's over just as quickly as it started, like a poppy made nude. Yeah, poppy. Okay. In a single red breeze, its petals are lost to the world, and his screams die. When the Minotaur turns to you, his eyes drill into you like a statue's, one cursing the world which saw its rock pulled out of the earth's embrace, cut apart and locked into a coil it never asked for. There is not a tear on his face. His single eye swirls in a maelstrom of thoughts. He bows only after taking his sweet time, appraising your every feature. Are you feeling all right? Yes, at your service, Master. Pardon my weakness. Are you sure you're feeling well? We can talk about it. Master ought to not worry. I cannot die. Everything is fine. There is just a drop of petulance in his voice. The Minotaur remains bowed to you. Well, I have good news. I found the wine you asked for. Thank you. Okay. You raise up a glass. Asterion takes the hint with a sideways smile. Once more, frightfully sorry, Master. Sometimes the beast gets the better of me. Even with the glass, he wastes no time and drinks the entire contents of the bottle without stopping, going as far as to shake the bottle to get the last drop. Asterion leans back on the sofa, a half-smile painted on his face. Thank you so much for the wine, Master. I feel better already. It won't be long now before it starts taking effect. Don't mention it. It was nothing. Is that so, Master? If it is not impertinent of me, would you answer a few questions? I believe I meant Clement. That's... I wish to be a good master. I want what's best for the hotel, but can't I set you free? Okay. I want to do the right thing, Asterion. It may be hard for you to see that now, but I'm telling you the truth. I'd like to do what is best for the hotel and for you, which is why I have to ask. Can't I set you free? I'm your master, after all. It's not right to keep anyone as a slave. If I can, I want to free you. Asterion looks off to the side, biting his fingernails. Your words did not have much of a soothing effect on him. That is kind of you, Master. But it cannot be done. My sentence is for eternity, and I cannot escape it. There have been a handful of masters who have said words much like yours. They have good intentions, but cannot be realized. I cannot escape my servitude. The Minotaur looks at you, biting his nails. His eyes shifts to and fro. Very well. In this case, I will uphold the hotel's mission. I want to be a good master, and to the hotel and to you. The Minotaur stares you up and down. His eye is sharp. It blinks quickly like a cat's without shifting away from you. It's like being deserted in search of something. Dissected, right? Is that what that said? Suddenly he gets up, too quickly for comfort, and walks up to you. The Minotaur kneels. Very well. Thank you, Master. It shall be an honor to serve. I am provided with no other choice, quite naturally. But if it brings satisfaction, know that I gladly obey. He who has the hotel's best intentions in mind. It brings me purpose, and it is the right thing to do. I am most grateful. Okay. He picks up the apple and turns it back to you, hands shaking. Your candlelit dinner is simple and uneventful. Any offer to have Asterion eat alongside you is brushed off with a shake of his head. It's a long, deliberate movement. His single ear whips to and fro beside his head. Okay. Oh, the foreman. Okay. How about something more modern? I think you look, good, sure. But those clothes are a bit old. How about wearing something more modern? I mean, we can just summon food and water here, right? Surely I can get you clothes, too. Of course, Master. Just command and the hotel will bend to your will. The hotel flickers around you as reality rewrites itself. You picture a shirt you could see yourself wearing. It's a simple task. Something stylish and fitting for the Minotaur. Out of nowhere, a bundle appears in Asterion's hands. He goes away for a minute to try it out. So, this is what people wear nowadays. It seems oddly casual to me. But Master's will is my command. It is quite comfortable. I like it. It's not as sharp, but yes, I do like it. Thank you. Shortly after, Asterion summons a simple breakfast for you. Bread, cheese, and fruit. It is all he can offer now, seeing as the kitchen still doesn't have working equipment. You take a seat while Asterion stands still with his back to the wall looking at you. Okay, maybe we can speed this up just a little bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, what's the harm then? If this will solve the whole situation, then perhaps this is a pragmatic solution. Very well. Wait here while I fetch him. Marvelous! I see you are a pious man of noble stock. Like the heroes of old, I shall hold on to my word, master. You need not worry about me laying a finger on the creature. You go back to the, oh, that looks a little loud. Okay. Asterion is sitting with his back to the wall, holding his knees close to his chest. Hey. He is wide-eyed, looking up to you with a lower lip trembling. The blue flame in his eye socket billows as if blown by a gale, and the shaking goes from his lip to his entire body. You don't have to worry. He promised he wouldn't lay a finger on you. You just have to stay 2 minutes out there. It's just some talking. The Minotaur does not budge. His eyes remain locked on yours, wide and panicked. Did you hear what I said? Go. Stay 2 minutes outside. Asterion jerks his head down, groans, and as if pulled by strings, gets up and walks on into the valley. Asterion walks out as if resisting each step, at times trying and failing to turn back to you. Argo slithers down from the statue and approaches him. You know, I feel truly honored to be in your presence. Such a privilege to be in the service of the gods themselves, to witness the eternal prisoner. And to serve under such a faithful master, willing to do what's right. It is just as the gods commanded. The jailer delivers the prisoner to his damnation. Let this be my formal introduction. I am this age's Argos Panopatis, here to fulfill my divine duty. Alas, I shall not commence the rite today. Heifer, it would be awfully rude of me to draw blood before our lord. In a flash, Argos leaps and coils around Asterion, all the while keeping both of his hands behind his back. The emaciated Minotaur thrashes against the snake's grip, but Argos only giggles. Asterion raises his face up to the skies, screaming, and in the moment he seems fully bestial, a bellowing bull, the beginning of foam running down his mouth, and his eyes bloodshot. I suppose a little love bite would not infringe on my promise, however. Argos hisses and reveals his fangs, grazing Asterion's neck. The Minotaur tries to fight back, but in response, the snake constricts again and again, leaving his victim breathless and dazed. Asterion stops struggling. It's hard to tell whether by resigning himself or losing consciousness. Argos keeps his fangs on the Minotaur's neck, applying tension on the skin and feeling out how frail his victim is. Some wind returns to Asterion, and he sobs breathless, a throaty sobbing more akin to a fit of blood-curdling coughing. But Argos does not bite down. A human can live more than 100 years. Look at how youthful our lord is. Just think how long his reign shall be. 60, 70, 80 more years of fun. By the time I have my first night with you out here, it will be your wish to never have left that cell prisoner. And then he lets go of Argos, slowly releasing his grip. I kept my promise, Bull. Not a finger laid on you. I could have I injected my venom with the most perfect bite, too. Not a drop of blood would have been drawn. But I am a gentleman, you see. It would be disgraceful for a jailer to witness your disgusting black blood, as much as it would be to repugnant for me to taste it. You may go now, beast, and take the mirror to your master. That is an order. Asterion crawls on all fours back inside, stumbling as he holds the mirror. He is crying against the wall, but Argos beckons you over to talk again. I see now what Master is made of. You have obsidian eyes, fierce and harsh, as a lord well should. The Olympians themselves must have sent you here, hand-picked among the most capable of humans. I feel truly accomplished. What a privilege it is to bask in your presence. Surely I shall realize my mission alongside you. My duty is simple. I assist the Master in fulfilling his God-given task of enacting the Minotaur's punishment. He was, after all, sentenced to eternal damnation. The lords of old were true heroes. They had the iron fist to do what the gods required. But then came the latter lineage of weak-willed degenerates with sacrilegious ideas. Offering mercy to the damned, such childish silliness. That one Master Clement, I'd say he was a welcome return to form. But so uncreative, merely locking the prisoner in a room scarcely compares to the might of olden times. Humans have grown awfully soft over the millennia. It's such a sorry sight. It pains me to think that the heritage of Theseus, Heracles, I hope these are the right words, and Odysseus is wasted. Heroes of old had no hesitation. Heracles' aim was true. With an arrow coated in the Hydra's blood, he cleaved Graeon and Skull, the monster of the Red Desert. Silver-tongued Odysseus, hero of Ithaca, blinded the Cyclopses, Polyphemus, with a stake and bathed his palace in blood. And last but not least, the Theseus beheaded the Minotaur with Creek's sacred labyrinths? Time and time again, Athena's heroes prevailed over Poseidon's bestial descendants. Good Master, the triumph of civilization, of mankind over chaos. With a lowercase c. To this day, we honor Athena's and mankind's triumph. Here in this glorious realm, the Minotaur was sentenced to damnation, you see, and torturing him is an act of divine worship. I see, then. What is Master's lineage? Heroism? The glory of mankind? I have no doubt it must have been Athena herself who sent you. All of that said, Master, allow me to offer a piece of advice. This realm is ruled by laws and contracts. My promise to you, do you recall it? My master sent the prisoner out for 2 minutes. I would gladly consider offering the mirror to you. There was a catch, you see. I would consider it. I had no obligation to, in fact, give you the mirror. Nevertheless, I delivered it. It is a pleasure to be of service to a master such as you. Should you further manifest the might of the old heroes, then gladly shall I follow and serve thee well beyond my duties. On that subject, I have what may be an enticing offer, master. I am sure it will be to your liking, seeing as you comprehend the labyrinth's purpose. I have salvaged this... scavenged this valley for many years, good master, and I am tired of living off this barren earth. If master bequeaths me a fragment of his power, my lord can summon food, water, and shelter whenever he desires. And I would like the same capacity. If you bequeath me such power and promise to enter the hotel, I promise to make myself useful to you. As I said, I am an expert about this valley. I can produce you all sorts of powerful trinkets, much more than the old thing I delivered to the bull. I assure you, it will be exceptionally profitable to you. What say you, my good lord? The serpent looks deep into your eyes, licking his lips. Oh, perhaps. Yes. I shall take no more of your time, my lord. Worry not. In a few days I shall return with an offer. It is not proper to propose, master, anything for which I have not the definitive terms.
Kindling for the holy flame.
Okay. Alright. I think I'll end the part here, so I will see you around, everyone.